Pregnancy is one of the most transformative journeys a woman can experience. It is a time of creation, vulnerability, strength, and profound change, where the body becomes a vessel of life and the heart learns to beat for two. Yet, as beautiful as it is, pregnancy also carries challenges: aches, fatigue, emotional turbulence, and the uncertainty of how to navigate a constantly shifting physical and emotional landscape. It is within this unique stage of life that mindful movement, especially gentle practices like prenatal Pilates for pregnant women, becomes not only a source of strength, but also a sanctuary of inner balance. Imagine a quiet studio with sunlight spilling through the windows, the air filled with calm energy, and a mother-to-be lying gently on her mat. She takes a deep breath, feeling her body expand with new life inside her. Each movement she makes is a dialogue between herself and her baby, an act of care and connection. This is the essence of prenatal Pilates. Not about sculpting or pushing the body into perfection, but about honoring its wisdom, nurturing its changes, and preparing it for the miraculous work of birth. The sacred dialogue between breath and body. At the core of Pilates, and particularly in its prenatal form, lies the breath. Breath is not just air filling the lungs, it is life force, rhythm, and presence. For pregnant women, learning to breathe deeply and consciously is more than an exercise. It is training for labor, a tool for managing stress, and a way to stay grounded when the world feels overwhelming. As she inhales, a mother learns to expand not only her chest but also her diaphragm, making space within. As she exhales, she gently engages her core muscles, protecting her spine and supporting the baby's growing weight. This conscious act of breathing builds resilience and calm, two qualities that become indispensable in the later stages of pregnancy. In these moments, the mat becomes a sanctuary. Each breath whispers, "You are safe. You are strong. You are enough," strengthening from the inside out. Unlike traditional exercise routines that push the body into sweat and exhaustion, prenatal Pilates for pregnant women is about creating length, stability, and inner strength. The movements are subtle yet profound, designed to stabilize the pelvis, strengthen the lower back, and gently engage the deep core muscles without strain. For many mothers-to-be, common discomforts such as back pain, swollen joints, or tension in the hips can feel discouraging. Pilates, however, offers relief by teaching posture awareness and mindful alignment. With each gentle tilt of the pelvis, each mindful lift of the arms, each lengthening of the spine, the pregnant woman begins to feel her body not as something burdened by change, but as a dynamic, powerful instrument adapting beautifully to its new role. It is not about resisting the changes, it is about embracing them with grace. Moving with intention, the cat and cow. Pose. Among the many movements that shine in a prenatal Pilates and yoga-inspired practice, one stands out both for its simplicity and its profound benefits: the cat and cow pose, Marjaryasana, Bitilasana. Picture a mother on all fours, her palms grounded on the mat, her knees supporting her gently. As she inhales, she arches her spine, lifting her head and tailbone toward the sky, the cow. As she exhales, she rounds her back, tucking her chin and drawing her baby inward, the cat. This gentle rocking motion is more than an exercise. It is a conversation with her body and with her child. The cat and cow pose creates space in the spine, eases tension in the lower back, and encourages flexibility in the hips. For pregnant women, especially in the later trimesters, this pose brings a wave of relief, like releasing a deep sigh after a long day. It also teaches the rhythm of expansion and contraction, the very rhythm that will guide her through labor. In the quiet repetition of cat and cow, she learns patience, she learns presence, and she learns that birth, like life itself, is not about control, but about flowing with cycles of opening and closing, softening and strengthening. A story of grace. Anna's journey. To truly understand the transformative nature of prenatal Pilates, imagine Anna, a woman in her second trimester. Anna had always lived a busy life, commuting long hours, working demanding jobs, and rarely slowing down to notice the subtle needs of her body. When she found out she was pregnant, excitement mingled with fear. Would she be strong enough for this journey? Would her body carry her gracefully through the months ahead? One morning, Anna joined a prenatal Pilates class at the urging of a friend. She arrived skeptical, her mind buzzing with to-do lists. But as she stepped onto the mat and the instructor guided her to place her hands on her belly, she felt something she hadn't allowed herself in weeks: stillness. The class moved slowly, gentle stretches, deep breathing, mindful engagement of the pelvic floor. At first, Anna wondered if these small movements could really make a difference. But as the weeks passed, she noticed changes. Her back pain softened. Her breathing deepened. She felt more grounded and connected to the baby growing inside her. One evening, she found herself on all fours, practicing the cat and cow pose at home. As she moved through the motions, she placed one hand on her belly and whispered, "We're in this together." For the first time, she felt not like a woman battling discomfort, but like a mother preparing with love and intention. The science behind the serenity. Beyond the poetic imagery, the benefits of prenatal Pilates and movements like cat and cow are rooted in science. Strengthening the pelvic floor muscles improves circulation, reduces the risk of incontinence, and prepares the body for the demands of labor. Stabilizing the core and spine reduces common pregnancy discomforts such as sciatica or lower back pain. Breath control lowers stress hormones, increases oxygen supply to both mother and baby, and enhances emotional resilience. Even the gentle rocking of cat and cow encourages optimal fetal positioning, giving the baby space to settle comfortably within the womb. This can ease labor and promote smoother deliveries. Far from being just an exercise trend, these practices represent a holistic approach, caring for body, mind, and spirit. The emotional layer, more than movement. Yet the true magic of prenatal Pilates lies not only in physical benefits, but in the emotional transformation it fosters. Pregnancy often brings waves of anxiety, about the unknown, about the future, about the immense responsibility of motherhood. Movement practices become a way to channel these emotions into presence. When a pregnant woman steps onto her mat, she is not just stretching muscles, she is cultivating trust. Trust in her body, trust in her instincts, trust in the natural wisdom of creation. Each session becomes a meditation, a reminder that she is not alone but deeply connected to the miracle unfolding within her. Through intentional movement, she shifts her inner dialogue. Instead of "I am heavy" or "I am tired," she begins to hear, "I am strong, I am resilient, I am capable." And this shift is perhaps the most empowering gift of all. Preparing for birth, preparing for life. As the due date approaches, the practice takes on new meaning. The breathing techniques practiced in Pilates mirror the patterns that will guide her through contractions. The strength built in her pelvic floor will support her through the intensity of pushing. The spinal mobility developed through cat and cow will help her adjust positions during labor. But beyond these physical preparations, Pilates equips her with patience, presence, and adaptability, qualities that extend far beyond the delivery room. For motherhood, after all, is not a single event, but a lifelong practice of resilience and love. The mat becomes a metaphor. Just as she learns to return to her breath when movements feel challenging, she will return to her breath when sleepless nights or toddler tantrums test her patience. Just as she learns to listen to her body's cues, she will learn to listen to her child's needs. Pilates is not just training for birth, it is training for life. A closing reflection. Pregnancy is often described as a time of waiting, but in truth, it is a time of becoming. Through practices like prenatal Pilates for pregnant women, And through gentle grounding movements such as the cat and cow pose, Marjaryasana, Bitilasana, a mother learns to embrace this becoming with grace. It is not about striving for perfection or pushing beyond limits. It is about honoring the body's wisdom, nurturing its changes, and cultivating presence in every breath. It is about remembering that strength is not always measured in force, but often in softness. So when a mother steps onto her mat, she is not just exercising. She is whispering to herself and her child, "I am here. I am ready. I am strong." And in that whisper lies the quiet, unshakable power of life itself.